In this next video, we're going to take the same project we analyzed in Minnesota in the United States and compare it to a location in Ljubljana, Slovenia. This just happens to be a place that I presented on this topic a few months back, so I have this information readily available for this course. We're going to open up the Minnesota model and we'll do a save as and rename it. So same geometry, same number of levels, and we're going to change the location on Earth. As you can see, you can type in anywhere on the planet. We have several nearby weather stations shown. By the way, the weather stations only show up if you're logged into your Autodesk account. In the upper right corner of Revit, you can see I'm logged in. And then with everything else being the same, I'm going to generate an Insight run by clicking Generate on the Analyze tab in Revit. Now we can go back to Insight, the cloud-based energy modeling tool by Autodesk, and we can use the Add Model command for that project to load this second run into our project. We'll open that up right away and start looking at some of the results. We'll click on the location map. Again, and in this case you only see one weather station, the one that the run was made against, whereas back in Revit we saw multiple weather stations. In this context, only one is valid now. So again, you see the design temperature and the windrows. Notice the input positions: operating schedule, lighting efficiency. Next, we're going to save a scenario. Insight allows you to save several scenarios. Each one is a different collection of Insight inputs. So a certain roof elevation, a certain window to wall ratio. You can reload these settings and compare different design scenarios. So we're going to open up the Minnesota run again. You can see how we can switch between them quickly. And notice for the Minnesota one, wall construction, lighting efficiency, those are the orders from the input that can have the most impact on the design. We happen to have a scenario saved there called the Minnesota Code Minimums. Remember, we're sorting, and this is for all the runs, by importance. And then we can also save scenarios that are in either one of those, or ones that have been starred can be saved and used between projects. So I just applied the Autodesk provided sample net zero option to both runs, and because I saved those scenarios earlier, I'm not going to lose my original settings. Now when I go back into the Ljubljana project, I can see that the order of importance is different because of the settings and the climate.